Oh, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Welcome back, you guys, to Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Delta, or is perhaps Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, if that's what you guys want to call it exactly. But dang it though, I remember playing the original version of this game back when I was playing it on my PS3 version. But dang it though, the counters for this part is against the boss fight, where we're a little bit more timing. But this one's got to be a little bit more timing though, since I've been watching a video of how to counter the boss in the boss fight exactly. I want to give a big shout out to Snake Eater Gaming for giving me the tutorial to how to counter the boss's attacks. You gotta have timing though, but I'll be able to get to the boss fight later. So, okay? But right now, I've been waiting to do this for a while, you guys, and as you guys are ready, I think it's time we start things off on Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I'll be playing two difficulties for this one. One would be normal, and then the other one later will be hard, which I'm going to show you guys how it's done exactly, okay? So going down to business, instead of doing New Game Plus for myself, since I already did that, I am going to be doing a different difficulty. Now it's just only asking a question about all this stuff, but that doesn't really matter though. I don't care about what I do exactly. There's actually going to be new type of styles you'll be playing with, for either legacy or new style, which that it's only depends on whatever you have to do, like a third camera or an overhead camera. But I prefer new style better. And here's our difficulty. I can't play Europe Extreme though, but I only have to beat this by playing the extreme difficulty, which that's going to have to wait till later. So we're going to start things off with a bit of normal difficulty, and then later I'll come back and do it again with a hard difficulty. And if I have time, I will be able to do the same with only extreme if I have time. So let's get down to business, you guys. I hope you guys are ready for a good old moment of Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater on the PS5. Now, also another thing that will only fill up some tips, but I'm just only going to do all of them. So let's get ready and watch a cutscene before we get into, let me just say, the virtuous mission, is what they were going to call it.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off.
Yeah, I know they're JC.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
I know, right? It's actually one of the best things I ever want to see.
Status okay. All
I plan to make a paid playlist later.
Drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings and
Fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Snake, David Hayter.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Okay, before I do get my backpack, just want to go over some details. In this game, I will be collecting all collectibles, but as you guys can see, I already collected a few when I was playing the very easy difficulty, because I was trying to do a little training to figure out the controls. But don't worry, you'll get to see what I can find out there, okay? Except there's going to be one that it's going to be hard to get unless you don't screw it up, though, later. But anyway, there's going to be some controls you'll need to set up with this exactly. As you can see, the left analog stick is move, and then the right analog stick is the camera. R2 is the melees. The L2 is going to be supposed to be an aim button, though, which you can't do it yet until you get yourself some equipment. The triangle button is the roll. Circle, tap it, you'll go crouch, though, and that's new. Because I didn't have this kind of experience before back in the original Metal Gear Solid game. And then if you hold circle, you go into prone, like this. Square, you'll also reload your weapons. And then the X button on your controller, as Major Tom says, is an action button. Alright, so we're going to go get our backpack. And then we're going to listen to a very good, interesting story between not only Major Tom, but two other members that Snake will be familiar with.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia.
How's the game audio low?
An international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the
no.
enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission.
Wonder if increasing the volume would do it any
every
good.
sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a Snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Yeah, I might as well take his advice on the stealth mission for
Try
this.
to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Yeah, I'm only going to do the stealth mission on this one, and then later I'd rather just go loud and out. Exactly. So anyway, getting down to business. We're going to start with the first two collectibles in this area. They're located up here on this hill. These are ones are like they call Kuraton and Gakko, which they are a frog and a duck. Okay, now we're going to start with the frog B, which is a tree frog. And the thing is, though, it's in the grass, though, just right by the cliffs. You have to be very careful what you're doing exactly. And so it's a very small looking creature, but it's in the grass though. And the only way to find it is you have to look out for rustling grass, like this one. Now also, only a knife, actually only the tranquilizer, any tranquilizer weapons you find, only put animal in cages. The knife doesn't. It only just makes them as food, exactly. Now, in the game, though, I did play this one very easy. There was supposed to be an easy gun on me, which I don't have it because I'm not on normal difficulty. Also, yeah, I got these two weapons during the time in my, very easy difficulty. The only way to get these two weapons is you gotta beat the boss in this game, and then also for the single action army, you can only get it only if Ocelot had the right revolver that has the blank inside it, the fake bullet inside the revolver. But it is quite possible I could bring those with me just in case. I also got a few other camouflage stuff also. Alright, we're going to start with the sea mushroom, known as the Siberian inkcap. Which, this is what it is right here. Now we're going to move on to the Russian oyster mushroom, which is located on this wall right here. Now, just be careful when it comes to some of these local fauna or any plants in this. Sometimes they will have a bad habit of food poisoning or poison you, perhaps, but be very careful. Sometimes they taste good, sometimes they taste bad to give your stamina up. So be very careful what you eat, okay? Alright, now we're going to locate Snake H, aka the Reluctant Snake, which is in this area. The Reluctant Snake we're looking for is, well, it's to the left to where you find the... Well, it's to the left by that branch where your backpack is, okay? It's supposed to be in the grass right here. You can see the rustling. You can see the snake. Now, also, be very careful that some of the snakes in this game will poison you. Depends on their reaction. So be very careful, okay? Next up, we're gonna take Snake G, aka the giant anaconda, which is right behind this tree. You can see it right there. All right, next up, we have the fruit bee, aka the Russian false mango. Remember, you must eat one and every type of each food, though, in order to unlock its difference, okay? So right now, the mango we're looking for is on a tree branch. I mean, it could be one of these. Well, it's actually that one right there. And also, you get some meds from the too. Just be careful. Also, then you can see that there's details on the food thing.
Disgusting. Sick. Pretty tasty.
All right. Now we're going to move on. Let's see. All right, we're going to start off with the Indian Gavel, aka the crocodile of Damuchi Swamplands, which we're going to hit there now. Now, the problem is, this crocodile is actually docile. Even depends on you hitting it, though. But be careful in this area. In the swamplands, there's quicksand in that area. You sink into the quicksand, and you'll die. So be careful. As you can see, there's the quicksand right there. So try not to sink in it too much, okay? And there's the crocodiles, known as the Indian Gavel. Don't use the tranquilizer gun. I think it's best to use... Well, you can use a knife for this game, or you could actually use I could use one of these two weapons I got there in my last mission. I'm just going to use the Patriot and kill this thing. Now remember that bigger animals like these things have a, well, yeah, they have more than just one type of food. Not gonna lie. But these things are actually good to eat. Exactly.
Not too bad.
Just you gotta be very careful, even when the crocodile even tries to be in near the quicksand, though. Because if you sink in the quicksand too long, you'll die. So be careful. I mean, it is a jungle, though. That's what it is. Deserts, swamps, jungles, they have quicksands that will kill you if you sink in it too much. Now, if you want to avoid not sinking into the quicksand, though, if you time this right, you can roll your way past the quicksand without sinking in it too much. Now we're going to start off with Got KO number 2, which is right by that tree right there, where the bee... Oh, okay. Where, as I was saying, right by the tree over there, but this damn crocodile decided to attack me. Stupid crocodile. Yeah, because this swampland is filled with these damn things. Trust me. Now, the thing is, though, if you're taking too much damage in this game, you will have some life medications that will help you in fights. But I don't have any life meds on me to keep myself alive. Now, also another thing about the fake death pill, you would be put into a state of death for now, but like Major Tom said, if you stay in that state for too long, you'll never be revived. You'll die instantly. You'll die either way. So don't try to be a hero or whatnot, okay? Okay, I need to get that crocodile away from the away from there. Also, there's a beehive right there you can see on that tree right there. Now, be very careful, though. If you shoot the beehive when you're close to it, the bees will suddenly attack you because they get super aggressive when their beehive has been hit. So I would suggest keep your distance and then shoot the beehive. Then the bees will pull out. That doesn't mean they'll come after you either way. You'll be safe. So right now, like I said, the bees will only go after the person who's close to their hive and destroyed it. So try not to do something stupid. So anyway, also the honey that you will shoot down, you actually get an excellent amount of stamina. That is actually very helpful.
What can I say?
First things first, I'm going to eat this stuff so I can make some room.
I'm stuffed. I can't take another bite.
Okay, now we're going to do this to avoid not getting stuck into the quicksand. Here's the beehive, and there is our G8KO. Now we're going to start off with Kiroten number 2, which Kiroten number 2 we're looking for is up further to enemy territory. Okay. There's another thing right there. There's a few other crocodiles, and including that item over there, I have to get to. Yeah, I also forgot. Even in the mud, in the quicksand, you'll actually become dirty. But there is a trophy. If you have a science outfit on you, you actually get a trophy for that. Also, try to be careful not to sink too much in that, otherwise you'll die. Also, sometimes ammo not only contain some ammo crates not only contain ammo, but it will contain a silencer in there. You'll need it later in case your silencer deteriorates. All right, there's our next Kiroten right here. That is Kiroten number 2 that we just shot. All right, now we're going to start off with the weapon in Dimuchi North. It is a sniper rifle. Normally, you guys would call it a Russian sniper rifle known as a Dragunov, but in this game, it's called an SVD. This weapon, on the other hand, can be found in enemy territories. Just be careful not to let the enemies see you, which we're going to get to that. So, going this way.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Okay, so like the boss said, camouflage is an essential thing we need to do if we want to stay hidden. You're going to need something that will help you keep yourself from being spotted by the enemies, and the environment will deceive your enemies. You'll not only need a uniform for your camouflage, but your face paint also. So there is though the higher the uniform that has the camouflage, the more likely the enemies will be deceived by the environment. Just be careful not to watch your negative though, okay? Because if you're in the negative, the enemies will tell who you are and they'll shoot you. And yeah, these are all these stuff I got from the missions though, but still, I plan to use them later. Who knows? Let's see. Swamp is the one I'm going to choose, and then all these face paints will only have a smaller percentage of keeping you from being spotted. Okay, now we're going to first start off to getting the SVD. Head right this way, and you'll be able to find the SVD through this path right here. The SVD is a sniper rifle, but I'm not here to kill KGB troops. Besides, these guys are just doing their job to protect Sokolov. I don't want to kill them. You'll see who I will be killing later, exactly. You'll know. Now we're going to move on to Bird E, aka the Sunda Whistling Thrush. Which the Sun Whistling Thrush can only be found... I kinda forgot. Even in normal difficulty, the enemies will, well, let me just say, not be tranked in the bodies. You're gonna have to hit them in the head in order to trank them. Now, another thing is, when you knock out a guard cold, you can pick up their bodies and you can tend to hide them later, but also they drop items when you put them down. You can also use CQC, though, and like these moves. R2 to melee, R2 to grab, and then the... move forward, and then R2, you could throw them, though. That's what you gotta do. So as you can see, guards like these guys will tend to drop sometimes ammo, but sometimes some food on them. Okay, there's an item in here. I'm trying to get into that, but it's so hard to do it, especially when Snake is crawling in the wrong direction. Ah, yes, bug juice. This will help you keep you from having any environmental animals from getting onto your body. Mostly leeches, because there are leeches in this game. Anyway, there's the bird where you are trying to shoot. First things first, eat this.
This is horrible. Tasty.
Also, Snake here likes to eat snakes most all of the sun. Trust me, he likes it. Alright, now then moving on to the next part, we have the fruit seed known as the Golova. Which the Golova we're looking for is in one of these tree branches over here. But first we gotta make sure that guard over there doesn't see me. Otherwise I'm gonna have to hurry up and knock him out. Trying to see where the Golova is, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, now I see. supposed to be this fruit.
Can't complain. I'm full.
Okay. We're going to see what's the next one that's going to be on my video. We have Fruit A, known as the Yabluka Moloko. That's what Fruit A is. And the fruit I'm looking for, where it is exactly is... Let me see, I'm looking at a video right now to figure out where all the collection is. Okay, it's by a tree, just straight ahead that way. Gotta be careful, there's a guard over there. There's the fruits right there. Now, also, just be careful if the guard is, oh, shit. I gotta be careful if that guy's... Oh, crap, yeah. I also forgot to mention, the guard, if a guard over there sees another person down, he'll just wake him up by kicking him. That's what he'll do. Also, just be careful. Just be wary. These guys don't stay out cold for much. Will stay out cold for the whole game, exactly. They'll wake up eventually. All right. Now we're going to get our hands on some grenades that we already got. Grenades are essential if in case you want to do something like that. The grenades that I spotted were in that tree stump right there, where the camera is looking over there. But sometimes soldiers do have grenades too. It takes some time. Now we're going to get our hands on another GAKO, which I already got that during my very easy Let's Play. Right here. Alright, now we're going to move on to the bird D, known as the magpie. The magpie can only be found in a much lower terrain clearing. To the right, that way. But I just gotta be careful that the guards are still around. I mean, there's a guard right there. I can see his head. I know I gotta be careful not wasting up all those shots because of one guard. Because sometimes they tend to move their heads so much to avoid getting hit with the trank. Alright, now anyway, the magpie we're looking for is in the grass. And I think I got it already. That right there is the magpie, which I'm going to show you.
I want some more.
Alright, let's see on the next video. We got Keratin number 3. Which Keratin number 3 is not far. It's right actually in this area. You can see it right there on that tree stump right there. I did get this one during my my very easy time on training. I might as well just hit it right now and show you. Alright, now we're going to get some stun grenades. Which stun grenades are non-lethal weapons, exactly. They only just stun a person and probably knock them out cold. The stun grenades we're looking for are right over here. Which these stun grenades are going to be very helpful later in the game. All right, now we're going to start with Kiratin number 4, which is located at the suspension bridge. Now, another thing we need to take care of there, that there is a KGB soldier covering the suspension bridge. You'll have to find a way to get him out of that spot without him noticing your presence. At Dolino Vladno. Oh, that look on Snake's face. I guess he found a way to get past the guard over by the bridge. Yeah, you guys want to see what the beehives can do to those people? We're about to find out. As you can see, the guards are running, and now if we have time, we can hit this right here. Now, be very careful on the bridge, though. If you fall down there, you're dead. So just be careful of them. Most areas around could kill you instantly. It depends on the height. Okay. Now we're going to start off with GAKO number 4, which GAKO number 4 is going to be located, well, right over here. Just remember, GAKOs are well hidden because they're covered in bushes. And there goes my silencer, but lucky for me, I got another one. Now we're going to get our hands on a weapon. A weapon that is located on the side of this cliff. It is known as the XM16E1. It's an American assault rifle. Just be very careful not to fall. Otherwise, it's gonna be real bad for you. As you can see, there's the XM16E1. It doesn't use tranq rounds, but it does have a suppressor on it too. I'll show you. First things first, go to the backpack and show you guys these weapons. But also another thing is, this weapon does not have a silencer yet because right now it's too early to decide that. But we will get another one of those later. Okay, that's all the areas we can take care of, though. Now we're going to move on to Razvet, which is where the abandoned factory is. Now, be careful. As you all know, once you lure the guards away from the bridge, they sometimes will come back. So be very quick about it if you don't want to have to sneak past them.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight.
Because they're probably guarding him right now.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
We're about to find out, Snake.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to save right here. so that way I don't come back and do it again.
Saving the game, Snake?
Also, another thing is, Paramedic also managed to tell stories about old movies that Snake doesn't know much, and sometimes he does. You'll see.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in his path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
If you wait 40
Does
years,
anyone
you'll
ever
be able
think
see
about
the
going to
American
Japan?
version.
I was thinking about someday I wanted to go there, even if I ever wanted to see the future of what it is.
2024 will be Godzilla's 70th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
I always have fun, the paramedic. Okay. I need these. Now I need to do is stun these two guards in my way. Did I hit the head? Because I know I hit the head. Alright, get those two guards out of the way, because they're going to be in my way either way. Now we're going to locate Kirtan number 5 over here. You can see him through this open wall. Alright, now we're going to move on to the M37. Which the M37 is right over here. It's a shotgun. Trust me, you'll like it. Alright, now we're going to work on GAKO number 5. Which GAKO number 5 is located in the, well, in the far northern part of the factory. But you'll have to eliminate some guards before they get a chance to see you.
Who was that? What's wrong?
Oh, shit.
The enemy is close by. Huh? Who's that?
That was not what I was expecting. I gotta have to be very quick and quiet about this if I don't want to get spotted.
What's wrong?
Shit. That was close. Alright, the guards are knocked out. That was close. I don't know what made it think that I did not hit him. Wait, what? Oh no, don't tell me that guard woke up. Oh, crap. Well, anyway, just gotta do this quick. Also, another thing is I want to just increase the controller's speaker so that way you can actually hear it better. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the rat, which is also food in this game. The rat can be found underneath the factory. You just got to be very careful. You have to crawl through here to get to the rats, which you see them right there. And there's also a snake there too. Just saying. Which rats are actually a little decent for snake, exactly. Not like they will do anything. Also, there's another lore that is actually a little bit funny, exactly. If you're under the room where Sokolov is, you'll actually have a very funny way of surprising him, exactly. Now, here's a trophy called Time Paradox. You have to kill Ocelot, and then you have to reload the save afterward. But we'll get to that shortly. Watch this. So I might be going loud, but it's actually funny to hear him scream like that. Let's see. I need to figure out where. Am I on the right side?
Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Commencing alert status.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Yeah, if you guys did hear Sokolov screaming, that was actually very funny to hear it. Unfortunately, now the guards are on high alert now, noticing that they're under fire. Right. I need to knock out those guards again before they Also, you want to see another thing? Put on the mask, and you'll see. And then contact Major Tom.
Snake, when you meet Sokolov, don't go in wearing that mask.
Why?
He won't like it.
Won't like it?
No.
Why not?
Just trust me, he won't. You'll need Sokolov's full cooperation to complete this mission successfully. Don't do anything to make him lose confidence in you. When you go in to meet Sokolov, make sure you remove your disguise. Got it?
Yeah, just listen to what Major Tom said. It's not really wise to go in with a mask. These are some neat outfits. What do you think? What kind of outfit should I wear inside with other than naked there, JC, which outfit should I go in though to greet Sokolov for all these items, for all these uniforms? Yeah, I'll just try Night Desert. Maybe that will be a nice touch to it. And let's see. Yeah, you already know that. Let's see, Night Desert. Is there any other desert type of uniforms? Like, no, I'm not seeing anything. No, I'll just bring him a USA face paint. That will be a nice touch.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Vulcan will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, cool man.
How's it going?
Pretty good. You haven't gone up in the laundry yet.
You never texted me.
You're right, I didn't. I have to go. Did you bring in the other?
Bring in the what?
Dryer sheet? You put it on one of the other baskets.
While I'm doing laundry, you guys, watch the cutscene for the time being.
Okay. Just only like, well, you gotta come out and get the other laundry basket. Oh, you got three of them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs. We're gonna go upstairs. We'll
Freeze!
put them in. And then actually outside instead of on the outside.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a crew soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
Go. I'll be back. Hello, Nancy Nancy. Goodbye, Nancy Nancy. I gotta go.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Alright, sorry guys, I'm back. Just let me pause the video for a little bit. JC, I hope you saw what you saw in the game. Okay? I'm just going to go out to my mom's car to get the laundry. I'm just going to pause the video. I'll be back. Okay, back again, guys. As you guys can see, the cutscene, though, Snake has managed to subdue every GRU operatives in this area. That's one thing I knew. But there's another thing. If you want to earn the trophy Time Paradox, I could do that. You have to kill Ocelot. Which, I'm going to prove that. Just remember, it will use up a continue if you kill him. So here goes nothing.
Snake, what have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox.
Is that Major Campbell?
Oh, Sammy. Sammy. Oh.
She's got her earbuds in. She couldn't even hear me.
She's probably got her AirPods in.
Next set of channels just gotta be at the east part of Dumuchi. But anyway, I don't think there's nothing we could do exactly. So that's not right now. We just gotta get going exactly.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer.
Hey, Brian.
They're coming.
When you get a chance, can you put this back over there where it belongs? The brown one.
Yeah.
Get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
Oh, that's new.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The dreaded behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
The Shagohod.
Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
See you later, Brian.
See you later.
The weapon's true form.
Excuse me, Violet.
If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
I mean, one of them is I gotta use the collectibles.
No.
What do you mean no?
I mean, no. I asked you constantly to only use one at a time, and you disobeyed me every single time. And then you asked me to take the springtime off.
See, I only needed to see the
There was
collectibles.
Kool-Aid there, right?
No,
What
no.
if- Yes, there was. I picked it up and I put it over there. Don't lie. Stop disrespecting me.
How can I put the cup over there? I was distracted by the laundry.
It shouldn't be in there in the first place. It should never cross this barrier. So it shouldn't have been in here at all.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
It's the Cobras. Those are one of the boss's members who fought in World War II. The pain, the fury, the end, and the fear.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Oh god. Dude, that is just messed up of how your eyes does that.
Hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
I mean, you're seeing that too, right, JC? Am I seeing a ghost? Uh-oh. I'm guessing that guy's the big cheese.
Kuwabara.
Yep, guys, that's the big cheese of this game. Colonel Volgin.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Volgin.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples?
Who are you calling a disciple?
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
That was uncalled for. Ow! First she takes apart my gun, now she breaks my left arm?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Really amazing. My body's on the ground.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the Survival Viewer with the Survival Viewer button. If you select Cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into two types of treatment: medicine and surgical procedures. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with a movement stick to the affected part of your body, and press the enter button. Once you've selected the affected area, use the movement stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the Survival Viewer and treat those wounds.
Patched up good as new. Ow. Ouch. That's gotta hurt.
job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Oh, there's a dead corpse right there. I wonder whose corpse that belongs to exactly.
Shagohod.
Please don't spoil it. I already know who it is, but I'd rather just wait to let you guys wait to decide who it is.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Have God mercy on those KGB troops. Yeah, kaboom. Well then, I have a feeling what we're about to expect next, you guys. Right now, saving time, and proceed on to the next mission. I'm gonna skip this one because I watched someone else's video that he mute this music. It's gonna have copyright claim, so I'm just gonna skip this.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean. Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Which I don't want to wait for. I did turn it down. I didn't turn it up, Sammy.
One of the most advanced ICUs in the world.
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the Hounds. The reason I came to see you today...
Go back.
Jack,
Go.
it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
So you have kind of chance?
Don't get too
Listen
excited.
to me.
Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean The boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route.
You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Shit. Oh, Mom's not gonna be happy.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know.
Well, you are going to be one exactly, Snake. You are a hired killer now.
It wasn't just a request. What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint, got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
Lali Lule Lo.
Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Okay. Now that we are ready to go, let's talk to Mr. Sigint, guys, since he's our latest helper for this one.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Let's do a little showcase with these weapons, shall we?
Sounds like the Cobra unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Emotions?
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end. For infinite rage, the fury. For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed bliss, the joy.
The joy?
The joy?
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose.
Ah.
During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair. The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she defected are mortars that fire nuclear warheads. They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
Remember the Alamo.
That's right. The warheads are equivalent to between 10 and 20 tons of TNT. Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated. But the warheads the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb. So they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to think about what would happen if she used it again. Snake, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, you're using the survival knife.
Yeah, this thing provides me with all the bare essentials I need to survive in the field.
Hey, wait. What'd you do with the knife I made you? That was a work of art. It had matches and fish hooks and thread and stuff in the grip.
Sorry to have to tell you this, but that thing is useless in a fight.
No way. Really?
Yeah. When the grip is hollowed out like that, there's not as much space to stabilize the blade. So the joint between the blade and the grip is weaker. That makes it easier to break.
I get it. You're right. With your knife, you don't have to worry about it breaking no matter how much you swing it around. So the important thing is durability. Man, I gotta write this stuff down. Next time, I'll make it so the matches and fish hooks go in the sheath instead.
Switch to the next weapon.
I've never seen a grenade like that one before. There are two basic types of grenades. Fragmentation grenades, which use shrapnel to kill or maim the target, and explosive grenades, which use the blast from the explosion as the offensive means. But the grenade you've got there isn't either of those. My best guess is that it's meant to knock the enemy out without hurting them. Most likely it's an entirely new kind of weapon developed exclusively at Groznygrad. I've heard that the SAS is working on a low-impact grenade for training purposes, but I never thought they'd be used in an actual battle. The flash of light that occurs when the grenade explodes is probably produced by magnesium. It's the same stuff that's used in camera flashes. I'm thinking they cut down on killing power by reducing the amount of explosives and made up for it by making the flash and bang so strong that it overwhelms the enemy's senses. I guess you could call it a stun grenade.
If I'm going to be stunned, I'd rather it be by a woman.
Snap out of it. Anyone around when that thing goes off will be laid out. It ought to come in handy when you're trying to storm a room or when you don't want to kill the enemy. Hey, you've got an M1911A1.
Yeah, a 45. 50 years since the Army adopted the first model, and they're still using them. It's a real gem of an automatic pistol.
But aren't you gonna need more than just one little handgun?
Not at all. When you're in a tight spot or fighting in close quarters, sometimes a handgun works better than a rifle. And if I equip a knife at the same time, I can instantaneously switch over to hand-to-hand combat.
I see. I see you've picked up a directional microphone. The directional microphone is exactly what it looks like, a listening device. When you equip it with the aim button, the mic will pick up sounds in whatever direction you point it in. The directional microphone will let you hear a lot of things you couldn't hear otherwise, like really soft noises and the footsteps of faraway enemy soldiers. You ought to find it useful when you want to know whether there's an enemy on the other side of the woods or something. Try it out.
I wonder if he still has quotes on these two guns, the Single Action Army and the Patriot. We're about to test that.
You say you're using a Single Action Army. The Single Action Army was first manufactured in 1873. It's been in production ever since then, except for a short hiatus. People started calling it the Single Action Army after the Army adopted it as their official sidearm in 1875. It's also sometimes called the Peacemaker, owing to the fact that a lot of sheriffs used it to keep law and order in the Old West. There are a lot of different models. The one you've got is probably the black powder model. The only thing is, it takes a while to reload. This is a gun with history. You can do all sorts of tricks with it. Why don't you practice with it for a while? Go into first-person view and use the camera stick.
All right, now for the Patriot.
Using the Patriot, huh?
Yeah, it's the same one the boss was using.
Where'd you get it?
Hmm?
I said, where'd you get it?
Sigint, don't get worked up over details.
What? Whatever. Anyway, the Patriot is a one-of-a-kind sidearm made especially for the boss. It's basically an XM16E1 with the barrel cut short and the stock taken off. The idea was to create a large pistol that combined the feel and quick handling of a handgun with the force of a rifle. But with a barrel that short, the recoil is unbelievable. It's tough to aim, but it more than makes up for it in firepower. From the looks of it, it's fitted with a 100-round drum magazine. And it never runs out of ammo?
Never.
Why is that?
Because the internal feed mechanism is shaped like an infinity symbol.
Ah, I get it. Yep, that'll give you unlimited ammo.
Yeah, very sweet weapon. Trust me.
paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you.
Huh.
Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get to work on the flying squirrel for this one. It's in one of these trees. It's a random tree. You have to look through the trees. Besides, it's here at Jamichi. Here, you just gotta find out which one you gotta find. I mean, sometimes the squirrel could tend to run up the tree to avoid you, or something else. But trust me, the flying squirrel is in one of these trees, though. It says here that it randomly climbs the trees and glides between them. Check all the trees. And look at this. There it is. Found the flying squirrel right here. That's one of them. So I'm going to change my outfit a bit so I can match even the dark out there. Leaf, check. Woodlands, check. Okay. Now that we got the flying squirrel, just remember it's always around random trees, so keep an eye on the whatever trees it might be climbing on. Now we got the medical plant, or Med-C. That's what you want to call it. The medical plant is right here. This is what they look like. These are sea medicines. It says in this game, though, there's supposed to be something else, exactly. Unfortunately, you can't. I don't even know if I can view them because I'm using something else, but you'll be able to see if I take some damage, though. You never know. But sea meds are going to actually be helpful. Next up, we got the disinfected medical plant. And they look like this, with the yellow looking flower. This is what it's used to disinfect yourself. They count as medical items. Now next up we got Kirotan 6 and GAKO number 6. Here in the east side of Jamuchi. You'll find them here. This is the one I didn't get, but the other one I did. Alright, now for the next part. A trophy called Taste the Poison. You have to capture the King Cobra alive and then throw it at an enemy, which is located at Jumichi North. Though first you have to reload your save afterward, as it will kill an enemy, thus avoiding the no-kill playthrough. So if you even capture a King Cobra, which they are around more often, you have to capture it, not kill it. So once I get to, because I'm about to approach Jumichi North. That's where I have to go. But the problem is, I don't have a tranquilizer gun, so there's no point about doing that, but I'll do it later. Maybe later when I'm playing it on easy. Though back on the very easy part so I can actually earn that trophy. But like I said, you need a King Cobra and then throw it at an enemy to get the trophy called Taste the Poison. Now, I'm also going to do is save while I'm at it. So that way, Paramedic can actually speak on another movie.
You want to save? Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Nope, never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
Oh, look who's talking, Paramedic. Alright, we're going to start by getting our hands on a snake over here, known as the green python. The green tree python, right here. Now, did I just hear a horse or something?
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
The boss.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Ow.
If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I know.
Was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
Well, no, not really
Shot to
gone.
hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking.
So what's the choice, JC? Should I kill these guys with the Patriot and the Single Action Army, or should I just ignore them from now?
That's impossible.
And I'll kill them later.
The boss is working with Volga and isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this.
Okay, kill them.
That's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Wrong. I have the Patriot and the Single Action Army. They can't kill me. So I better want to hide right now before they see me. Anyway, there's the number 7 GAKO up there on that tree branch, but first we gotta get rid of these guys first.
What the hell is this?
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation. Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Alright, here goes nothing. Hurry up and search these bodies quick before the other guards come by. I just got hit with a bullet wound. It's a fact. Stop the bleeding. Get a knife to get it out, and bandages. Now that I want to see Sigurd just use these, examine these weapons. All right, the guards are all the soldiers are dead. No, no, don't pick up that body. I already did that one. I'm trying to get to the other body. All right. Now that the area is clear, I want to see if Sigurd knows about any of the these kind of grenades I have exactly. The regular grenades and the chaff grenades.
Gonna use a grenade, huh? That's an RGD-5, the standard blast fragmentation grenade of the Soviet Army. The grenade itself is composed of 2 steel-plated casings. Each of those casings has an inner fragment liner that causes it to burst into over 300 shards when the grenade explodes. The grenade will deliver heavy damage to any enemies within its blast area. The safety pin is on the opposite side relative to the M26, so be sure to hold the safety lever down with your finger when you grip it. The safety is released when you actually throw the grenade, and it'll explode about 3 seconds later.
So what you're saying is, it won't explode in my hand while I'm holding it?
Of course not.
Oh.
To throw a grenade, first ready it with the aim button, then press and release the attack button. Remember that how far you throw it depends on how long the attack button is pressed. Tap lightly if you want to drop it close to you, and press longer if you want to lob it away. It'll probably be easier to control your throw if you do it in first-person view.
Now for the chaff grenades, which chaff grenades are only used to disrupt electronics.
That's a weird grenade you got there. From what I can tell, it's an anti-electronics weapon that works by scattering a bunch of metal foil in the air to interfere with radio signals. Call it a chaff grenade, if you will. By using a chaff grenade, you can disrupt the function of enemy radios and electronic devices for a short period of time. But keep in mind that as long as the chaff is in effect, you won't be able to use your motion detector or active sonar either.
Then I gotta be careful not to use it. All right. Now, before we do go to the abandoned factory, let's head back. Let's sidetrack back the way we just came that way. Okay. There should be. I don't know if there's anything new over there. But anyway. Oh. Hold on. There's a snake. There's a king cobra, which is snake A. And I think the king cobra has got to be a poison snake, perhaps. It's in the grass, not behind me. I just got to be careful. Just remember, some snakes in this game can poison you. Thing is, though, you need to have a hush pup. You need to have a Mark 22. Or if not, if you're playing very easy, you'll have the easy gun, which the easy gun is like a trank gun. I also want to know if there's anything. Hold on, let me go through the list. See if there's any Yeah, there are some missions. Okay, well we'll come back for those later, but right now I want to hurry up and take care of the missions. The king's... Oh, I see it. Ow! Okay, I was trying to make sure I got the king snake, but I didn't. Anyway, yeah, there's the poison right there. You have to cure yourself, otherwise you'll die from the poison. Now, D-meds are only digestive meds. They're only used to treat your stomach ache and ease the pain caused by eating raw food. Cold medicines are effective for treating colds, usually for the symptoms. Antidotes and serum and blood serums are only used to neutralize... Well, actually, the antidote is only used to neutralizing the food poisoning in your system. The blood serum is only used to treat the venom poison in your body. Okay, now that we got the King Cobra, now we're going to move on to the Kirtan, number 7. Which Kirtan number 7, there's a tree vine you have to climb to get to it. Which I'm trying to look through the video. Okay. Where is the tree? There's supposed to be a tree around here somewhere. A tree vine down. I just gotta hope I didn't pass her or anything. Otherwise I'm gonna have to sidetrack a bit. Where is it exactly? Oh. That's why. I was just wondering if I have to go back. Anyway, this is the tree you have to climb exactly to get to Kirtan number 7. Kirtan number 7 is right there. Now that we got Kirtan number 7, we're going to move on to the Swamplands and go get GAKO number 8. I'm trying to see where you have to get to the swamp. You gotta go to get to the Swamplands from here. Oh, now I see. Okay. Climb on, let go of the tree. And then we're going to head back to the Swamplands at Jumichi. So we can actually hit GAKO number 8. Or is it called Gakko? It doesn't matter. I just prefer to call it GAKO. Okay, so we're turning to the Swamplands again. I think it's possible I just get the same things as before, the beehive and the crocodiles. And then get ready to barrel roll, because you don't want to end up sinking into the quicksand, unless you want to die. First things first, I want to get rid of these crocodiles so I don't, let me just say, let them hurt me. Anyway, GAKO is right over here on this tree branch. All right, now we're going to go and get our hands on Kirtan number 8 here at the Swamplands. You have to be very quick on barrel rolling all the way over there to that side. Kirtan right here is right here. All right, now we're going to move on. We're going to finally head to the south side of Drumichi. Which was the same area where Selenoyarsk was. You have to be very careful not to let the quicksand swallow you whole, or else you're dead. Ow. Yeah, that's what you get for hurting me. All right, now that we're here at Drumichi South, we're going to grab ourselves a medical plant that contains a splint. That is located in this area, but right now I'm watching the video to make sure I'm not missing anything around here. Okay, the splint medical plant we're looking for is right over here to the left on this tree. That's the splint plant. Next, we're going to go and kill a Markhor, which is a goat of this game. Which thing is, though, the Markhor wasn't here before during the Virtuous mission, but now it's here. You could say right here. Now we're going to start with the European rabbits, right here. Now we're going to start off with GAKO number 9, which is right here at Selenoyarsk. You'll find it right there on that cliff. Just be careful not to think about trying to jump that way, you'll die. Now we're going to get our hands on Kirtan number 9. And where Kirtan number 9 is exactly is... yeah, right over there. Alright, now there's also a weapon here you guys are familiar with as the chaff grenades. Which the chaff grenades are right here. Now we're going to get our hands on a medical plan that is SIPTIC. Which I was about to leave that spot because the SIPTIC we're looking for is right here. Alright, now that is it for the... Yeah, now that is what you need. That's all you can do around here. Now we're going to head back to Tolino Vano, which is the suspension bridge. And there's a trophy there called the Beekeeper. Why it's called the Beekeeper? Because it says here, shoot down the hornet's nest at an enemy. Important to keep the hornet's nest. You'll need it for a good food collectible at the Pain's boss fight. So yeah, we are gonna probably keep the hornets thing. I might have to get 2 of them exactly. One here at the Swamplands and one over at the suspension bridge. And it looks like the crocodiles are back again. First things first, I want to make some room for food.
Not so great.
Of course, it's going to show a video of the snake eating a regular snake. You can see that. Get used to it, man. I know how you don't feel about it exactly.
Can't complain. Hey, this works. Can't eat anymore.
Alright, now we need to get past those crocodiles over there. Okay, now we need to get over to Tolino Vano, which is the suspension bridge. Go back this way. And somehow the soldiers are back again. Well, lucky for me, I could be able to knock them out cold if I have this. That's one way to knock out a guard. You have to do the stalker type of thing.
Who's that?
Oh, fuck. I try to do something about that. He's heading up this way. I can tell.
Nobody here.
Nazo, even if you wanted to knock him out cold, the problem is I don't have a silencer weapon on me. So until I have a silencer weapon on me, I can't shoot that beehive down up there. But I'm just gonna hope that guard over there is back before I get my weapons back, though, when I meet Adam or Eva. But right now, there's the beehive, but I'll get to that later when I have a silenced weapon. All right, we're gonna start off with Kirotan 10 and GAKO 10 on the other side of this bridge. And don't worry about any troops up ahead. There won't be nothing. You'll be fine. Kirotan number 10 is up there, which you're going to need a weapon to shoot it. And of course, I didn't even notice there were some soldiers here. I'm gonna have to do this to stun him. Alright, that take care of him. Just remember, the stun grenade can stun you, can pretty much blind you a bit, so try not to blind yourself too long. Anyway, there's GAKO 10 right here. Alright, now we're going to get our hands on two items this time. One is a camo called Raindrop, and the other one is a smoke grenade, which is located in the same area where I found the M16E1, the same area from the Virtuous mission. You'll find it on the cliffs. Just be careful not to fall, otherwise you're dead. Because just like Snake, he survived going down there, but in this game we can't survive like that, okay? Just angle yourself on this wall and you'll be safe, okay? There's life meds over here, which we're going to need them. And then there's the Raindrop and the smoke grenade we're also going to need. That's what we need in order to not die, of course. That's what we're going to need, though, for our collections. So, first things first, I'm going to go to the, let's see, smoke grenades, check. Let's get Sigurd to explain about the smoke grenades, exactly.
Thinking of using a smoke grenade, huh? As you might expect, smoke grenades can be used to create a smoke screen. The combustion agent is a mixture of zinc oxide, ammonium chloride, aluminum, and some other stuff. When it explodes, it releases a thick cloud of grayish-white smoke that resists dispersion. That should provide some nice cover. The smoke will confuse the enemy by blocking their field of vision. That'll help you out when you're trying to make a quick getaway. It also works the other way around. You can use it as cover to sneak up on an enemy position. The smoke screen should work just as well when you're being chased by dogs, too.
Oh yeah, the dogs. I forgot to mention to you guys, there are dogs in this game. But don't worry, these ones don't kill you, okay? Alright, so let's see. I don't need the directional mic. When am I needed exactly? And I also gotta eat.
Pretty tasty. Can't eat anymore.
Alright. Before I move forward, I want to see if there's any other items around here before we move on to Rasvet. No. There are no more items around Delino Vodno. So right now we're going to head to Rasvet and get our hands on a weapon known as the AK-47. It's a Russian assault rifle, if you guys already know that. So let's head out to Rasvet right now. The same place where it's the abandoned factory where Sokolov is. Don't worry about this area, you guys. There are no guards here, but there will be in the cutscene. Okay? So right now there's the AK-47 we're looking for is up these stairs. You'll find it behind that volatile barrel right there. Yep, a Soviet-made assault rifle. Reliable, durable, and precise. Use 7.62 times 39mm ammunition. 30 rounds magazine. Okay.
Got yourself an AK-47, huh? The AK-47 is the official assault rifle of the Soviet Army. The first model was completed in 1946, and in 49, it beat out all its competitors to become the standard assault rifle of the Soviet military. It uses 7.62mm by 39 rounds developed in 1943, and a 30-round box magazine originally designed for a different assault rifle. You can aim it from the shoulder by readying it with the aim button and pressing the first-person view button. It's sturdy and extremely reliable with high power and precision. There's no better assault rifle in the world.
Okay, now there's also a magazine though, but you won't. But it says here you have to shoot one full magazine with the AK-47 to get it to automatic. But I'm not going to shoot it yet. I would just suggest waiting until I get ready to fight some enemies before I do this. Alright, now we're going to get our hands on Kirtan number 11 for this one. Kirtan number 11 is in the same area where the previous Kirtan would be, but except it's on the side of the stairs right here. You'll see it right here. I need to get an angle on it first. Then there it is, Kirtan number 11. Now we're also going to hit GKO number 11, which is located up there. Now we're going to get our hands on an item known as the cardboard box. This is one of the good items that will pretty much keep you hidden from the enemy. Just gotta be very careful. If the enemies see you moving in that cardboard box, they'll know that you're a troop waiting to ambush them. Exactly. The cardboard box we're looking for is right over here. Also, there's actually a very funny quote with Sigint with that cardboard box. Allow me to demonstrate that to you, okay? You might like it a bit. First things first, I'll equip some stuff that I don't need yet. First things first, equip the cardboard box, and then call him Sigget.
Snake, what are you doing?
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know, I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here, in the box.
Destiny?
Yeah, and then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe, like this is where I was meant to be, like I'd found the key to true happiness.
Uh-huh.
Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box, then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and Paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
Dude, now do you see that? He gets confused over a box. Oh my god. Now do you see that, JC? Oh man, imagine you guys how you want to hear his reaction like that about a box. Ugh. Okay, next up is the face paint known as Zombie. Now, to find the zombie face paint, you have to go around the back of this building right here. No, it's not this one, it's just the bug juice. It's this barrel right here. You'll find the face paint right here. Now we're going to move on to the mine detector. Now, the mine detector we're going to be looking for exactly is it's inside the factory. It's almost in the room where Sokolov is. And then we're also going to get our hands on the... Also, I forgot to mention that the mine detector only works when there's a nearby mine, aka a claymore. Yeah, there's going to be claymores in this game, just like the other Metal Gear Solid games. So that's why that mine detector is going to help you locate nearby mines. Which the mine detector is right here. We're going to be getting to that later, don't worry. Right now, I'm not going to have enough time to finish up the live stream, so once I finish up finish up here at Razvets, I'll be able to and get over to Shoni Prude, which is the lake, which is the pond area. I'll be able to save there and then continue it later next weekend, or I could do it on Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving's coming up, and that's when I'll have my chance. Though I'll probably do 2 videos. Though one on Wednesday and one on Thursday on this game. So anyway, the thermal goggles. The thermal goggles are in the room where Sokolov is. You'll find it in a locker. And the thermal goggles are only used for thermal radiations. They're not, I don't even know if they're good enough in nighttime though, but I say the night vision goggles are more better than the thermal ones, exactly. Anyway, here's the thermal goggles, and this is the last of the items we're going to grab before we wrap it up. So anyway, Adam is not here, so there's no point about finding him, so let's go back out there, okay? Right now, there's nothing we could do exactly.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
Then you're not Adam, then.
Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots?
Answer me.
And here come the Grue soldiers.
Get down!
That's one hell of a sweet red 9 she has. That's actually a Chinese pistol, not a German Mauser. It's a red 9.
There is your answer.
Well, hello, beautiful.
The name's Eva.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgin is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
The 45.
45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you?
The Mark 22.
Better take this too.
What's that?
A science
A
outfit.
disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
I don't have your frequency number.
My orders are to provide you with information. Nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Wowsy. I mean, I know Snake only just met her. I know that.
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, might as well do as she said. Save right here, of course. Can't Snake just put his head down on the bed instead of just putting his head on the wall? That's one of her custom radios, alright. Oh, wow. Snake's just getting a look at her butt.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
Oh, crap. It's the GRU operatives. And those are the guys that take order from Ocelot.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand. We can use this to get to the basement.
And there's Ocelot.
Damn it, Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
Okay, now we got three options. We can take the passage that Eva took, hide under the bed, or hide in the locker. But we gotta act quickly because they're getting ready to breach their way in. So what's my choice there, JC? Kill them all or just incapacitate them? Why are they trying to shoot the locker?
What? Not here? He's not here? Keep looking. Move!
They still think I'm here. I need to get to a new position without being spotted. Right now, the Ocelot unit are looking for me right now. Oh.
I'll probably leave this guy for last.
I see him.
He's limping and yet he can't even move well. He's in bad shape. Look at him. He'll be out cold for a while. Besides, he wanted to have mercy, so I just only wanted to put him to sleep. All right, now it's time to move on.
Waiting for this moment.
Awesome.
That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume.
He's got a single-action army.
Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
Oh, I would watch your mouth if I were you, the snake. You never know how much angry he'll get.
Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
Oh, forgot to reload your ammo? Ooh. Oh, now that's what I call the bike uppercut. Or the bike somersault, perhaps.
6 shots.
And he's got tire marks on his face.
The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn!
Yeah, that's right. Be ashamed. You got bested twice.
This isn't over yet. Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
And she opened the doorway to Cronji Prude. Alright, now there's nothing we can do for now. We'll continue this later. So starting Wednesday, this Wednesday right now, I'll continue up where I left off, and then I'll do the same for Thursday, and then I'll be coming back on Saturday. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, leave a comment below on how you rate this game, because this was the first episode I did on Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, or Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. But still, before we do, I want to know if, before I do wrap it up, I want to see if Paramedic has another movie to tell.
Snake, have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Yeah, you told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago?
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Take care, you guys. Sergeant Brian the Yoshi 22, signing off. Take care, you guys.